Like the word maqam is totally foreign to most Americans, but further, I don't think Americans even think about Arabic music. You know, it's nice to expose Americans to different cultures and different music. And I think a lot of people who like stumble into some of our events are really, you know, they immediately love the music. My first exposure to Arabic music, a friend of mine invited me to go to Morocco. And at the time I was just playing lots of jazz and I got to like study mostly percussion there and some other stuff. And then when I got back, I wanted to keep learning percussion. And the guy in New York who I ended up learning from plays more like Middle Eastern Arabic stuff. And then after a while, I was like, wow, I really like this music. I should probably just learn how to play it on my main instrument. So I started studying maqam on the bass, and it just kept going from there. For Arabic music in New York, there were like a couple spots where there would be music, but there'd be like a gig here and a gig there, and it was a little disparate and disconnected maybe. So we talked to this person at a bar in our neighborhood with a nice room in the back with a stage and said, hey, like, what do you think of this idea? Maybe sometime we could try it. He just said, yeah. Want to do it next week? From then on, for like the next 2 years, we did 2 shows a month there. And it really blossomed into community in a way that we never could have imagined. The audience at these events is a real mix, you know, Arabs who live in New York, who really miss this music. They grew up with this music and they really love having a place where it's happening. And it's also Americans who've never heard the music before who are now fans of it, or they come just to check it out. The Americans who haven't heard it before, they immediately really like it. It's my first time actually being in the Middle East. And I was a little nervous at first, feeling like, oh, am I gonna like, I've been playing with Arabs in New York, but how different is it? Am I gonna come in and like really be on a different wavelength? But actually I've been on really similar wavelength with a lot of the musicians I've met here. So that's been like a reassuring thing. When I came here, I expected to really be focusing on playing more traditional music, but a lot of the gigs I've seen are more poppy stuff. Yeah, we played all Adawiya with Mariam Saleh. It was really fun. I had played a few, I knew a few Adawiya songs from some gigs in New York, but this was the first time doing like a full set. And I'm keeping the set list. I'm gonna go home and listen to it again. Yeah, the music was really fun. It was a big party. We wore funny costumes. Yeah, I kind of felt like at home when I was on stage. I only had a few days to learn the music, so I didn't know everything perfectly. So like the feeling of being there and like being pretty sure what's coming next, but really having to wait till it comes to know. And like just listening to the same songs for a few days in preparation for like an event. Like this all made me feel like a little more at home, actually.